Okay, we are live. Woohoo. Welcome to Geek Girl Soup. I'm Susan.
And I'm still Kelly.
And I forgot to turn off the refrigerator.
Oh, well.
So hold on.
I never hear it.
All right, we'll try again. Oops. All right. And this survived its fall. I think. Okay. Welcome to Geek Girl Soup. I'm Susan.
And I'm still Kelly.
Good. Good. I'm glad you're still Kelly. I was wondering who's on the other end.
You never know.
Mhm. Well, today we're going to podcast The Leftovers. Um,
And other things.
well, yes.
Emmys. Because, some people here might not want to hear about the leftovers.
Again.
Why would they be here if they didn't want to hear the leftovers? But if you want to skip to the Emmys, read the little description and just skip right ahead.
Yeah, I think we'll start with the Emmys, get those out of the way, and then
Okay.
talk about all the other stuff we've been watching,
Okay.
and then the leftovers.
Okay.
The leftovers, leftover.
Yes.
It'll be what's left over to
That's
talk about. But no, actually, first, let's start with something else. Was recently the fifth name day for the Joffrey of podcasts. So we want to wish them a happy name day, a belated happy name day.
Woohoo. Happy name day.
Go Bubba and Catfish.
Yeah.
So even Arya's advocates are happy to have you around.
I
So
guess so, in spite of the name.
that's right. That's right. We've grown to love Joffrey over the years. To see him differently, see him through the eyes of those who love him.
I guess so.
Okay, at least one of us has, and the other one is still skeptical.
Yeah, damn Joffrey.
Hmm. But yeah, I'm looking forward to his return. You didn't know he was coming back, did you? Did I just spoil that for you?
I guess you did.
Oh well.
No spoilers.
Damn, damn. We'll just have to like cut out this part of the podcast. Just we'll just have to start over, re-record everything, and yeah, without that spoiler.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, okay. So now we'll move on to the Emmys.
70th Emmy Awards
Dun,
nominations.
dun, dun, playing the award music in the background, whatever.
Yeah.
So because yeah, couldn't wait for award season to start, right? Yeah,
Oh
whatever.
man. Yeah, the Emmys are like have their own awards time.
Yeah,
All the other award shows come out during proper award season.
proper award season. So Emmy award season is its own thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's at the end of the summer or beginning of fall,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's true.
Yeah.
True.
Well, I don't know the date offhand. Early September? Is that right?
I don't know, mid-September, I don't know, whatever.
I don't have the date in front of me.
I
Guess we
don't
should have
either.
looked that up before getting on here. Oh
Yeah,
well.
it's whatever, we've got plenty of time. So, yeah, they were, announced last week, and, um, the only there are just a couple of things that I was that were notable to me. Um, seeing Sandra Oh in the lead actress category. She's
Yeah.
nominated for Killing Eve, and I just recently binge watched that. And yeah, she's great.
Oh, cool.
Um, I mean, she was good in Grey's Anatomy, which I also just binge watched this spring.
Yeah.
And
I have not seen either Grey's Anatomy or Killing Eve.
well, I recommend Killing Eve.
Okay.
And so yeah, and so she was really good. She's an analyst, I think, for is it MI5, spy agency, and uh, trying to track down a killer.
Ooh,
So
okay.
anyway, so and that's about all that I want to spoil for you in the description of the show. It's just 8 episodes, and I think it's based on a book series.
Okay. Where can I watch it?
Um, you can probably buy it, in the usual spots on iTunes and Amazon. Uh,
Alright.
I watched it on demand because it aired on BBC America.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
I'll see then because 'cause I've got other things, and it wouldn't be on Hulu?
I haven't looked there.
I'll look because, now that I've added Hulu and also I just added Showtime just to be able to watch Hulu and Co. I don't really feel
Oh,
like buying something else right now since I just did that.
okay.
So, I'll check Hulu and then, I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold off.
Yeah. Also on Hulu, there's a comedy series that I just watched
Yeah?
called Please Like Me. It's
Oh,
Australian.
okay,
And um, one of the reasons I watched it was because Hannah Gadsby is in it, and she just did that Nanette comedy special
okay,
on Netflix.
okay, I've heard about
And yeah, yeah, it's really powerful. It starts as comedy and continues to be um, into something else entirely.
Cool,
And it's really good. I think everyone should watch it. I think you'll love it. It's just a little over an hour,
cool. Okay.
so it's not a big time commitment. You can watch it this afternoon.
Oh, Lord.
Really. And then but then the Sorry to Bother You, not Sorry to Bother You, Please Like Me, you
Sorry to
know,
bother.
it's the same theory, right? No.
Okay.
They're totally different, but, the names are inspiring similar feelings, right?
Yeah,
So, Please Like Me. That it is, it kind of reminds me of the show, You're the Worst,
okay,
which is on FX
okay, I
because,
either.
it's a half-hour show, mostly comedic, also deals with a lot of, um, like, with depression and, mental health and things like that. And so and this show, Please Like Me, also does. Um, and it's, the but Hannah Gadsby, she comes in the 2nd season and beyond. There are 4 seasons, a total of 32 episodes,
Okay.
and, um, so I watched, like, a season a day. So, you know, a regular Geek Girl Soup binge, which Chris would think is
Yeah,
insane. So,
yeah. You
for
may win the Kelly Memorial, binge watching movie this year.
that's right. So so yeah, that's what I was binge watching this week.
Cool. You're in the lead.
This week.
Yeah.
So, who knows? But yeah, I mean, but you have school now, and so when I was in school, you were not, and you were doing your binge watching, and now you're in school and I'm binge watching. So,
That's true. Yeah,
mhm,
we're leapfrogging there.
yeah. So, it's
Alright.
okay. I'll be back in school again soon. But anyway, weren't we supposed to be talking about Emmys?
Yes, that we will.
But as usual, we got sidetracked.
Yeah,
So,
tangent.
but, we can get back to Emmys. I mean, do you wanna talk about the rest of the stuff we've been watching since we've kind of gone off to that and then Emmys and then
Well, I'm doing what most people would consider a binge, but for us is nothing per sitting. So again, most people would consider that a binge. Um,
Okay, I don't know if it, picked that up because you froze there for a minute and
okay. So I've been doing what most people would consider a binge, but you and I consider a nothing of The Wire, watching 2 episodes per sitting. Got my local watching buddies come over. We were a year ago watching Game of Thrones together and then Silicon Valley. So when that finished, we've moved on to The Wire, which they both have seen, but of course I never had. So I'm enjoying that. We're 6 episodes in right now.
cool.
We'll do 2 more next week. So, yeah. At 2 per sitting, it'll take us 30 weeks, which again is not a binge at all. But
It's a slow binge, a very relaxed binge.
again, just doesn't even count as a binge. My God.
Right, it's just a watching. Yeah. Um, and I think we both recently rewatched, Better Call Saul season 3.
Yes, I did. I did
Yeah,
binge that. That took
okay.
like 2 days.
Right. That's a binge,
That's
exactly.
it. Real binge would have been doing it 1 day, but, I did it in 2 because I just finished 2 projects for school. So, I had a few days between
Mhm,
projects. So, yeah,
yeah,
2
and
days.
I was watching, like, 2 episodes of Better Call Saul, 2 episodes of The Leftovers to kind of balance my life.
Well, I had finished The Leftovers,
Yeah,
so that's why I did Saul.
okay, okay. I needed something in between episodes of The Leftovers, so
Oh, yeah, I didn't wanna do that.
but then, Better Call Saul isn't the happiest show in the world either,
No,
so
it's sadder than, it's Leftovers. Yes, it is, because we know what's gonna happen with Saul and
we
Jimmy.
do. We do.
I
Mhm.
mean, you and I knew what was gonna happen in The Leftovers, but we
Yeah.
knew how it was gonna end, so, you know, I don't know.
Mhm.
Not everyone listening at this point knows, so, anyway,
Right,
and Lord
right.
knows it's not happy, happy, joy, joy, but
Well, hey, well, Chris isn't listening, so we can talk openly about The Leftovers later.
well, not yet. Yeah, later, later,
So, um, also, I finished Handmaid's Tale season 2.
finally.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I've been putting off watching the finale.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, there's another cheery show, right?
Right. Oh my god, too real life, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, and, and then what
but
she
that's
did
great, so good.
oops. Okay, I guess it cut you off again.
Yeah, you keep getting cut off as well. That's why
Why?
I'm not, like, guffawing so much at things. I'm catching enough, but
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know why it's being weird this time because we both
should we
supposedly have
both
better
should we both
connections.
should we both go to audio only?
Yeah, I guess
'Cause
so.
I'm not even looking at you anyway, since
Yeah.
I'm reading the thing.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see if that helps.
Okay.
And okay.
It has in the past.
Yeah. Okay. And okay. Handmaid's Tale. So yeah, that at the end there, um, I guess she did that so that they would have a season 3? Even though if she had made the other choice, they still could have had a season 3.
They totally could have had a season 3 even if she had made the other choice. I mean, I understood why she did what she did, but I was also really pissed off at her.
Mhm.
I mean, doing what she did leaves the person with this massive responsibility and not knowing about the other thing where she's going and just ah
Yeah.
I can't say anymore without giving way too many spoilers, but I was pissed off at her.
Mhm. Yeah, me too. Jeez.
Again, I understand, but pissed off.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't think it was the right decision at this point. I think she could have done what she did later
Yeah.
if she really wanted to.
Yeah.
And I don't really think there's any way at this point for her to accomplish what she wants to, but of course the show will find a way for her to.
Yeah, it will. And, I remember what happened to there was one family, somewhere in the middle of the season, um, where one member of the household messed up and the whole household was punished. And then, so I'm wondering, well, something like that's gotta happen in season 3 for this
Mhm.
household
Yeah.
because,
A lot of times.
yeah, a lot of, strange things have happened in their house in the,
Yeah, massively.
mhm,
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah. So also on this list of things that we've been watching, is the new show here, Who is America?
Yeah. Well, I just started watching because 'cause there's been only 1
Right,
episode so
only
far.
one so far, and yeah, looks like something I will enjoy watching.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
especially him, that s said Israeli pro-gun dude.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
crazy. Anyone listening, if you don't have Showtime, that's okay. Go watch the, teaser on YouTube. It
yes.
shows the entire segment of him as Aaron. Um, Amazing.
Yeah, the really amazing thing was to see what people would say,
Oh,
and only
Congress people or
Congress. Yeah,
representatives, just
and
amazing.
only one questioned him.
Well, didn't even question what he was doing, questioned, how quickly he should endorse the plan. He didn't necessarily question the plan. He just said, "You expect me to go on camera, and endorse it having just heard about it?"
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
And everyone else
it's true.
did.
Yeah.
And that one dude reading the script, the Cardi B
Oh my
pathway to
god.
the Wiz Khalifa, oh my god, that was
Mhm,
so hilarious. Y'all need to
mhm.
go watch that right now. Again, if you don't have Showtime, that's fine. Go look it up on YouTube. It's the Sacha Baron Cohen thing.
Yeah, and now, now that it's out there and his staffers, his grandchildren, his whatever are explaining this to him and telling him who about Wiz Khalifa and Cardi B and
Yeah.
all of that, I'm
And
sure.
they're saying that they were duped and manipulated into doing this. Oh, as if they have no free will, and clearly they were on board with it anyway. It doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter that it was Sacha Baron Cohen in costume, pretending to be this dude.
Mhm.
It they, they oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, just anybody coming to you and saying, "Would you read this on camera?" and you don't know how it's gonna be edited,
Right.
you should be skeptical.
Totally. Oh, kindergartens.
Jeez.
And you
So
wouldn't teach a two-year-old because the terrible twos is a real thing, but a three-year-old, oh, yeah, that's fine.
mhm. Yeah, yeah, on that 3rd birthday, everything changes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I kind of mentioned it earlier, a movie that I had seen um, recently, Sorry to Bother You,
Mm,
and everyone should go see it. That's another one I want to talk about it, but it's best that you go see it not knowing that much about it. Even
okay.
if you've seen the trailers, that's fine. It doesn't give too much away. But yeah, go see it. It's a satire about a telemarketer, and yeah. Well,
Okay.
wait, and yeah, and I have to talk about it in my white voice.
Oh,
And the uh and I think during the first year of the Geek Girl Soup podcast, um, Chris and Amelia and I, we talked about that, and, about our white voices and how people were some people at times were shocked to meet us in person after they'd just talked to us on the phone or heard our voices. And, "Oh, you're Susan, or you're Chris, you're Amelia?" You know, and some would say, "I thought you were white," and some would just kinda have that look on their face, you know? So,
oh, Lord.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's happened all my life. So,
Wow.
yeah. Yep.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
Ah, people.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, especially when my family first moved to Houston
Mhm.
From California.
Yeah.
Ah. I mean,
Not
imagine.
having
Oh, yeah,
an accent.
they'd say it to your face, don't worry. It was
Wow.
the '70s in Texas, you know?
Yeah, freaking white people. Well, would you mostly hear it from white people?
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Mhm.
Ah, man.
Anyway, so the other movie I saw this week, was Skyscraper, you
Oh,
know,
how's that?
to kind of cleanse my palate there.
Of course.
See a mindless action film, knew exactly what to expect,
Oh,
um, and it's The
yeah.
Rock. So it was fun. It wasn't great. Um,
70s throwback, right?
well, no, I mean, it takes place today, you know?
Well, yeah, but
Uh,
wasn't there one in the 70s, or certainly the premise
yeah,
in a
I mean, there was
movie?
a Towering Inferno, and then there
Right.
in the '80s, there was Die Hard. I mean, it's all
Right.
of those.
Yeah.
It's all of those movies.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
And, it's basically The Rock goes to any lengths to save his family, and
Oh, that's
so
right.
it's not even the first time he's been in that kind of movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you and I are also watching Sharp Objects.
Right, right.
Yeah. Can't decide
But
if we like it yet or not.
yeah, it's still early. I mean, it's only what, 2
2
episodes in,
episodes.
and
Yeah, but we should know by now, especially since it's HBO.
right,
We should like it
and
by now because it's HBO.
you know what I do like? I like the Led Zeppelin. That's
Uh,
what I like the most.
yeah. I like Chris Messina.
Uh-huh. He's
So
the out of town detective?
yeah, exactly. I
Mhm.
really liked him in 6 Feet Under. Oh, I rewatched, not the whole thing, but some of those seasons recently, because of Justin Theroux, of course.
Mhm.
So, yeah, made it through to the series finale. Chris Messina was, Claire's boyfriend for a while in that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, guess we'll come back with an update on if we end up liking sharp objects or not.
Mhm.
So,
And I have to say that I had a theory, um, on who the killer was, so I, of course, searched the internet and, um,
search. Yeah. I
I
have a theory too.
mhm.
Yeah.
'Cause I guess I isn't that what you did back with Game of Thrones? You had a theory and you searched for something for the
I don't remember if it was a theory. I was worried about something in one of the seasons, and so I looked something up in one of the book wikis.
okay, and then
Obviously, things could be different.
you found out about Joffrey?
Oh, no, it was something about Brienne.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
Did I
anyway,
look up something about Joffrey?
I think you did, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe. There's definitely something about Brienne.
Okay.
It's really I was yeah, there was yeah, definitely something about Brienne.
Mhm.
I don't
Okay.
remember if there was something about Joffrey as well. Maybe there was.
So yeah, so so I know who did it.
Oh, wow.
So I found out the book information
Wow.
um and then I learned something else that it was a surprise, and so I'm like, "Oh, that'll be interesting to watch unfold."
Wow. You're so
So
weird.
thank you. I
Spoilers.
guess that's why it's called a spoiler, right? You know? But, it doesn't necessarily spoil the story if you know,
Well,
just
or how it's told.
right, right. It's the yeah, that's that's the most important thing, I guess, that keeps it interesting is how it's done, exactly.
Yeah.
So, um, and I'm also listening to the, Game of Thrones audiobook again.
Wow.
It's, like, probably the 4th or 5th time. So
Wow. My
mhm.
goodness.
Yeah, and it's fun, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm in book 1, have 16 hours to go in book 1.
Wow. I'm about to drive to Philly tomorrow from Pittsburgh. I am deciding between a few audiobooks to listen to. I think I've settled on a book called Meg. It is about a scientist who believes he has discovered a megalodon, which is an
Oh, yeah.
ancient shark or pre-shark creature.
Yeah, the movie's coming out in a
Oh, that's right.
month or so, yeah.
Oh, then I'll definitely listen to that. Okay, cool.
Okay.
It'll be mindless and fluffy, but yeah, I kinda need that right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think he's in it, but I was kinda wishing Samuel L. Jackson was in it because he was in that other giant shark this
Oh,
is,
Lord.
research station movie, was it
Oh,
Deep
that's
Blue Sea, I think
right.
was yeah,
Yeah, that was silly.
it
Oh,
was,
don't be
but I
silly.
loved it.
Well, who is in there? Alright, you talk, and I'm gonna look up who's coming out in this.
Yeah, I also need to see what other, movies are coming out because 'cause I'm considering doing that AMC A-List thing
A-List? What's that?
where you pay, $20 a month and you can see 3 movies a week.
Oh, wow.
So, it's like a movie club membership. So, I'm considering doing that, but the only problem is the location of the AMC theaters. Like, there's one downtown, and so it's like, I don't know what the deal is with, paying for parking each time I go
Mm,
there. The next closest one is not in a great neighborhood, but parking is free, and I can go during the week, during the day, so it's fine.
that's cool.
Um, and then the next one is, like, way down the freeway, and I went there on Saturday to see Sorry to Bother You, and, it had nice recliners and reserved seating, and I just you know, the guy next to me was texting throughout the movie, which was really annoying, and I don't know, I guess he just the movie experience there, was not great,
Oh,
but the movie was great.
that's cool.
So,
All right. The movie sounds different from the book. The book, from what I remember reading, is this scientist runs into what he believes is a megalodon, and it's called the Meg.
mm,
Um, the movie poster's the same as the book thing, unless they changed the book thing to copy the poster.
oh,
Anyway,
okay.
he encounters what he believes is a megalodon, and he tries to convince people of that, and they believe he's mentally ill, and maybe he does have a mental illness, and oh, they think it's PTSD. So the movie is after escaping an attack by what he claims was a 70-foot Taylor must confront his fears to trapped in a sunken submersible. Of
Mm.
course.
Mhm.
Uh, Jason Statham,
Statham. Mhm.
okay. Ruby Rose, Rainn Wilson. Cliff Curtis is also in it down below.
Mhm.
That does not sound as good to me.
It didn't look that great, so yeah, maybe the book will be better,
Yeah.
as they usually are.
Yeah. See, what sounded good to me about the book is well, fluffiness. I What did not sound good is that it's going to make people afraid of the water again,
Mm,
of
mhm.
course. But on a top secret dive into the Pacific Ocean's deepest canyon, Jonas Taylor found himself face to face with the largest and most ferocious predator in the history of the animal kingdom. The sole survivor of the mission is haunted by what he's sure he saw but still can't prove exists. Um, Megalodon, the massive mother of, and maybe that's Carcharodon megalodon, the massive
Okay.
mother of the great white shark. The average prehistoric meg weighs in at 20 tons and could tear apart a Tyrannosaurus rex in seconds. Written off as a crackpot suffering from PTSD, he refuses to forget the depths that nearly cost him his life. PhD in paleontology under his belt, spends years theorizing, lecturing, writing about the possibility that Meg still feeds to the deepest level of the sea. It takes an old friend to get him to return to the water and a hotshot female submarine pilot to dare him back into a high-tech miniature club. I'm almost done. Diving
Mhm.
deeper than he has ever before, he'll face terror like he's never imagined, and what he finds could turn the tides bloody red until the end of time.
I mean, if you're not just from the word choices there, if you're not thinking Jaws,
Of course.
then you've missed out.
Of course. But see, if this had said saving people sunken submersible, I would not have been as interested.
Mhm,
Since this is talking about a scientist trying to prove the existence of it, being written off as a crackpot, and having to be talked back into, going back into the water, this sounds interesting to me.
mhm.
Now, again, I hate the idea that they're going to probably end up killing the creature, and I hope that they don't. That's going to make me sad.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't want this to scare people about going back into the water. But the fact that he finds it in the Pacific Ocean's deepest canyon, who of us is going to go there? Nobody. We can't. You know,
Yeah.
we cannot swim there.
Mhm.
So anyway, I'm gonna try it out and I'll report back.
Okay, cool.
It is 10 hours and 33 minutes long, and my drive is 5 hours and 15 minutes
Each way.
each way.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't
Or
that
you
cool?
could just listen at double speed one way.
No. No,
You're not a double person.
I'm not.
Oh gosh. Okay.
No.
Well, that's how I listen to the Game of Thrones books
Okay, well, that's
because
good.
they're
And
just
you still
bananas.
have 16 hours
Yeah. I mean, the
at
total
double speed?
yeah, because I
Holy. Oh my God.
it was 30 total, so I've gotten through, half of it.
But wait, it's 16 double speed hours? That's what I'm asking. Or
No.
it's 16 hours according to them, so it'll take you 8.
Yeah, it'll take me, yeah,
Oh,
8
okay.
8 to
Okay.
10. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, but yeah, 16 is what I have left. I think it started at 30.
Okay,
So yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Alright.
And that's
Well,
why I listen at double speed so I can get through them in a reasonable time.
okay, gotcha.
So, but I also kind of wish um, that I could hear the music from the show
Oh, true.
along with it because,
Cool.
I enjoy that, as part of it,
Then
and
you need your phone and an iPod and have the music going on one while you listen on the other.
right, but I have to have it synchronized so that the right themes come up during the right
Oh,
chapters.
but then it'd be you know,
Jeez.
you don't want it that fast.
Right, it wouldn't work, yeah. So, anyway. So, but, also with the music of, Game of Thrones, the show,
Yeah.
I've been listening to, Matt's audio blog, um, that podcast, and he is a musician, and he analyzes the show music and an episode.
Oh,
So, in each podcast episode, he's done the first 2 seasons so far and starts season 3 next week. Um, in half the podcast, he talks about the show, in the other half of the podcast, he talks about the music, and he releases, like, 2 podcasts a week, and in the first one, the show first and then the music, and then the second podcast of the week, the music first and then the show. So,
yeah, that's cool.
yeah, and
Fantastic.
it's really good, it's really interesting, I've learned a lot, it's, Matt Murdock, and you can find it at was mattsaudioblog.com
Cool.
and Matt's Audioblog on Twitter,
Nice.
and check it out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, should we get to the Emmys? Otherwise, people
Yeah,
don't have to
we'll
listen to
never get
this at
to it.
triple speed.
That's right, we still have so much more to do.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, we mentioned Sandra Oh, and
Yeah.
then got off onto our tangents.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So,
Okay, so
in general, with these Emmys, this year, I have not seen most of the nominations. I mean, there are a few categories where I have, like the drama series, um, but through the rest of the categories, I am at a loss this year. It's
okay.
crazy. Well, I mean,
So
comedy series, I've always been at a loss, but
right, right.
yeah.
Right, I mean, the only one you've seen Kimmy Schmidt, and I was very surprised that that
Well,
was nominated.
lead actress, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, I saw that. And
Yeah, and
lead
that
actor, Atlanta, though I didn't see this last season, so now I'll probably buy
oh
that.
my gosh, you have to see this last season. Is it
Okay.
on Hulu? It might be on Hulu.
I watched the first season, but, I'll check and see if the second is already out. It was not yet,
Okay,
unfortunately. If it is, I'll
okay.
do that. If not, I may buy it. That would be worth buying. But
Definitely, definitely. Yeah,
otherwise,
especially for a couple of those episodes in there in the middle are just crazy town.
yeah, I have not seen any of the others. Um, yeah, which sucks. Lead actress in a drama series. I stopped watching Orphan Black a while ago. I have not seen Killing Eve, but I certainly saw The Crown, Handmaid's Tale, Americans, and Westworld. Claire Foy will not be back on The Crown anymore because we're jumping time. So, but she won a year ago.
Okay.
So, or I don't know if she won the Emmy, I don't remember, but she won the Golden Globe or something. She's won. She's won an award for this.
Mhm.
Carrie Russell has not won an award for The Americans, right?
That's right, right. So they may
The Americans are done.
right, so they may just give her the award
She deserves it.
just retroactively, right, right. And the same with Matthew Rhys in lead actor category.
and he totally deserves it.
Yeah.
I've seen all of the nominees for lead actor. Bateman for Ozark,
Mhm.
Brown for This Is Us, Harris for Westworld, Reese for Americans, and Ventimiglia for This Is Us, and Wright for Westworld.
Yep, me
Do
too.
you have a preference for that?
Uh, I'd say it'll probably go to Matthew Rhys, but I don't have a preference.
Who do you think did the best job?
Yeah, Matthew Rhys, yeah. Rhys or Wright.
Yeah, I think so too. Though Bateman was amazing in Ozark.
Yeah, I don't know about amazing,
Uh,
but he was
I
good.
it really struck me, yeah.
Mhm.
Do you wanna say anything about, act lead actress or lead actor in a comedy series other than
Um, I really liked Better Things, Pamela Adlon, and, I'm sorry that Louis CK had to ruin that for her
mm,
because it was really a good show.
yeah.
Um,
I adored Marvis as Mrs. Maisel. That was
mhm,
so surprisingly good.
yeah. The Good Place, Ted Danson,
Mm.
he's wonderful, and he's also in Curb Your Enthusiasm,
Oh, okay.
so
Oh, by the way, a few notes here in the list we're reading for the Emmy on the Emmy Awards site. Jason Bateman is also nominated for directing for Ozark, and Sterling K. Brown is also nominated for guest actor for Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
cool.
And Donald Glover is also nominated for directing and writing for Atlanta, and guest actor in a comedy series for Saturday Night Live.
Mhm.
And Bill Hader, who's up for Barry, is also nominated for writing and directing for Barry and guest actor in a comedy series for Saturday Night Live.
Did you see Barry?
No.
You need to watch it.
Mm.
It's one of those it's not. I mean, there are comedic elements, but I think overall it's more of a drama,
Okay.
even
Yeah,
though it's a 30-minute show.
yeah, the previews look like it. Yeah, cool.
Uh, Moving down the categories here, lead actress in a limited series or movie, The Sinner. I think it's good to binge that one now that because I think it's about 8 or 10 episodes, and, it's one of those kind of like Big Little Lies that
Mm.
was, it's a good binge.
Okay. The only one of these I've seen is American Horror Story Cult.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else.
I I kinda wanna see 7 Seconds, for Regina King. I haven't watched that yet.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, I haven't either. And what was that about?
um, her son is killed, and it's a mystery surrounding his death.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. We're down here. Um, for lead actor Jesse Plemons in, that Black Mirror episode, USS Callister.
Oh, cool.
Mhm. And, of course, supporting actress in a drama series, Ann Dowd is nominated for
Nice.
Handmaid's Tale. Yay.
Yeah, that would be great. I
Mhm,
I would really like her to get that. Or Tandy Newton for
mhm,
Westworld.
mhm.
Now, I have seen every nominee in this category. Handmaid's Tale, Alexis Bledel, Millie Bobby Brown, Stranger Things, Ann Dowd, Handmaid's Tale, Lena Headey, Game of Thrones, Vanessa Kirby, The Crown, Tandy Newton, Westworld, Yvonne Strahovski, Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
But Ann Dowd or Tandy Newton.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I've seen everyone in supporting actor in a drama series.
right. So who do you want to win that category?
Oh gosh. Oh, holy moly. We've got Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Game of Thrones, Peter Dinklage, Game of Thrones, Joseph Fiennes, Handmaid's Tale, David Harbour, Stranger Things, Mandy Patinkin, Homeland, Matt Smith, The Crown. Shoot. Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Game of Thrones,
Okay.
because of some interesting choices he made this year.
Mhm.
I mean, Peter Dinklage is always amazing, but if I think back, I don't know. I'd need to rewatch, and I have time. I could rewatch
Well, yeah, that's one of the things we're planning to
things connected.
do, a Game of Thrones rewatch. We just
Well, the
haven't
whole
started it yet.
yeah, we need to rewatch the whole series before next year.
Right.
And I was going to do an episode a week, and now it's too late. We'd have to do more than one a week before it comes out next a year from now. Um, Joseph Fiennes is great in The Handmaid's Tale. He's really
Yes.
good. Matt Smith is good in The Crown, but gosh, I don't know. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Do you have a preference?
Nah, nah. And the same with the comedy. I'm looking at the nominees for supporting actress, supporting actor in a comedy series, and it's like, yeah, whatever. Whoever wins, I'll be happy. So,
Yeah,
I've seen them all.
people have recommended Glow to me.
Well, I haven't seen Laurie Metcalf and Roseanne, but I've seen, seen her in other things, and
Yeah.
so.
Well, since I love Atlanta so much, I'll go with how do you pronounce it? Zazie
Oh,
Beetz?
Zazie Beats.
Zazie Beetz. I'll go with her just because I love Atlanta.
Mhm. I'll
Supporting
go with
actor.
Louis Anderson because I like baskets out of out of those shows, but I also like Atlanta, so
Titus.
it'll
Titus.
be between those 2.
What about Titus?
Oh, and Titus. I
Tony
don't
Shalhoub
know.
and Mrs. Maisel is amazing.
Yeah, um, but I
And I
think
do,
it's
yeah,
between
I
the
have
others.
Henry Henry. Yeah.
So,
Oh,
as much as I love Titus, I don't know. Maybe because what they give it he's, like, way over the top. I don't know,
he's won 4
but
Emmys.
so is Louis.
Yeah, and Brian Tyree Henry has won 2.
He has?
That's what it says on this thing here. Oh no, sorry. Nominations. Sorry, I'm looking. Neither Titus nor Brian has won any.
Okay.
I
Well,
was on the
then I
list.
hope one of them wins.
Yep, going for one of them. And Nikolai Coster-Waldau, this is his first nomination.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going for him.
Okay.
Though this is also Joseph Fiennes' first nomination. And Matt Smith's. I'm still going for Nikolai.
Mhm. I'm skipping categories now to guest actress in a drama series. I'll give it to Diana Rigg in Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we know why.
Mhm. Tell her it was me.
We know why. Yep, that one line.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now that's the meme I should do. When
Yeah.
um, yeah, have, Jamie I talked to, Lady Olenna. She said it was she said she didn't do it.
Yeah.
When
That's
she's sitting there
perfect.
saying, "I want her to know it was me."
Yeah, that's perfect. You got to do that as soon as we're done here.
Yep.
Guest
Uh,
actor in a drama series. Gosh, why'd they nominate Jimmy Simpson?
hmm,
What did he do in Westworld this season that was so amazing?
I don't know. I mean, young, uh, William.
I think I'm gonna say, and I don't remember who Matthew Good was in The Crown.
I don't
I've
know.
seen, I'm going to say Ron Cephas Jones for This Is Us.
Mhm. Better than Gerald McCraney in This Is Us?
He was really good,
Yeah.
but Ron Cephas Jones.
Yeah, he's the dad, right?
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
Stone K. Brown's dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I really can't say anything about these others except guest actor in a comedy series. I love Atlanta. So,
Mhm.
um,
Yeah, but I don't know, Cat Williams. Eh. Um, Lin-Manuel Miranda in Curb Your
I
Enthusiasm. He
what?
was really good.
What is
Lin-Manuel Miranda in Curb Your Enthusiasm for guest actor in a
guest
comedy
actor?
series.
Okay, well, since I haven't seen that, I can't say.
Mhm. Um, and for the guest actress, maybe Tiffany Haddish because she's hilarious and everything.
Okay. Oh, for that, Jane Lynch in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, she was amazing.
I don't remember who she was in that.
The comedian that Mrs. Maisel.
Oh,
Yeah,
right, right. Okay, I remember.
she
Yeah.
was great.
Okay.
Totally great. Okay, ready for best drama series?
Yeah. I think it'll go to The Americans just because it was their final season.
The Americans, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but if it weren't for that, I mean, oh God, I'd be happy with almost. I don't want The Crown,
Mhm.
just, just because. I mean, it was amazing, but um, The Americans or Handmaid's Tale. The Americans was so good this year. I really want it.
Mhm.
Wow, Game of Thrones has won 38 Emmys, and it has been nominated for 129 Emmys.
Wow.
And with only 2 seasons of The Crown, it's been nominated 26 for 26 Emmys.
Wow.
Westworld has had 2 seasons. It's been nominated for 43 Emmys.
Wow.
And with 5 seasons of The Americans, it's been nominated for 14 Emmys, and it's won. That's
Dude.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not going to win, but I want it to. Okay, comedy series: Atlanta, Barry, Blackish, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Glow, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Silicon Valley, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Atlanta or Barry?
I'd like Atlanta or The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Mhm. Didn't
And I have seen those two and Silicon Valley and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Okay.
So I've seen 4 of these.
It's
Four
pretty
of the
good.
8. Yeah.
Pretty good. Or as they would say on Curb Your Enthusiasm, pretty, pretty, pretty good.
All right. I have not seen any of these limited series ones.
Neither have
Aliens,
I.
Assassination. Okay, then we can.
Yep.
Sorry. Television movie. I've seen 2 of them: Fahrenheit 451 and the USS Callister from Black Mirror.
Uh-huh.
I've not seen Flint, Paterno, or The Tale.
No. Yeah, I've seen all of USS Callister and part of Fahrenheit 451.
My vote will
So,
be USS Callister.
yeah.
Um,
Competition. How about Project Runway? Because, it's lots of fun.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen any of these reality ones. I can't comment on any reality.
Mhm.
But I can jump down to a variety talk series and say John Oliver because he is amazing, and I will always vote for John Oliver for anything and everything.
Awesome. Okay.
If he were up for drama, I'd probably vote for him. Like, really.
Mhm. Okay, well, that's pretty much everything,
Yeah.
so
I see the Emmys are not up for an Emmy. Well, the Golden Globes are, the Grammys are, and the Oscars are.
Yeah, yeah, variety special. Mhm.
Yeah,
I wonder, I guess they take themselves out of that, I guess,
maybe. Yeah.
so
And there are 2 categories for this, Variety Special Live and Variety Special Pre-Recorded.
Mhm.
Interesting. Yeah. Wow, and
Dave Chappelle.
information. I thought this said infomercial. Informational series or special. Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown. That one, since he's dead now.
Right. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, The Vice is great.
Mhm.
Star
Very
Talk with
good.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. My Next Guest Needs No Introduction with David Letterman. And Leah Remini's Scientology and the Aftermath.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool. This was not a
Alright.
complete discussion of all Emmy nominations, but they were the ones that we were most interested in.
Yeah.
We left out things like art direction and stuff like that. Not that we don't care. I love art direction and cinematography,
Right,
but
right. And, yeah, I mean, Westworld, as many complaints as people had for the story, the cinematography was amazing. So,
absolutely
yeah.
stunning. Yeah, and art direction and yeah, special effects. Oh my lord, you could not. Well,
Oh, visual effects.
visual effects, yeah. The no animals were harmed in the making of the well, hopefully, actually, I don't know, but that was not a real buff. You know what I'm talking about.
Um, I since
I
only
hope it
part of
wasn't.
that since only part of that came through, said
I
that was
don't
not a
believe that
real.
was a real buffalo or bison in that part of that one scene.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
They were riding real horses, so
Yeah.
I can't guarantee that no horses were ever injured.
Well, yeah, and I'm also thinking of the, Game of Thrones, um, the Loot Train episode, speaking of horses and amazing stunts and things that were done,
Yeah,
um, and then, just the Dothraki writers,
yeah,
we saw what they did, which was incredible. They, uh, jumped up in their saddles and
yeah,
shot the bows, and it was incredible.
yeah, crazy.
Mhm.
Yep. Alright, we done with Emmy talk?
We're done with Emmy talk, and now the leftovers.
Leftovers. So if you haven't seen it, or even if you haven't and you wanna stick around to listen, that's fine, and if we can entice you to watch, awesome, because if you haven't seen it, oh my god, what are you waiting for? I've been saying it's 30 episodes long, and I was wrong, it's only 28.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And it was really nice watching it again. This was my first time through this year.
Yeah, since it ended a year ago.
Yeah,
This is the 1-year anniversary of the end of The Leftovers, and,
yeah.
it totally held up. There were things so many things I had forgotten.
Mhm, mhm. And with last year, when before the final season, I had watched it all again.
Mhm.
Well, watched it all, the
Right,
first 2 seasons.
right.
So, I had watched, 20 episodes
Yeah,
before the final 8, and so it was kind of like, watching it all together, but it was being able to binge all 3 seasons was very nice.
yeah, you know what I found? It is one show, maybe the only so far, though I think it was the same with Breaking Bad. No, I don't know. That I think I enjoyed a little bit more watching week to week. You know what I missed? I
Mm,
missed our podcasting every week and speculating and hoping, more so talking about hoping what was going to happen
okay. Mhm,
and
mhm.
anticipating week to week what may happen. Trying not to make predictions because we were always wrong.
Yes.
The only thing we were right about was in, that 2nd episode of season 3 about Jill,
Okay, that she
like, when she
wasn't
was
coming
driving
back?
away. Right, that we wouldn't see her again.
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot this is a spoilery section, yeah. That, when Kevin was saying goodbye to her, we wouldn't see her again.
Mhm, and yeah, we just heard her voice
Yeah,
again when,
yeah,
and that was pretty funny.
yeah. Um, so we were right about that, but, yeah, I while I was watching it, I was thinking, "Do I wanna wait and at least give myself, like, an hour between episodes?"
And that's, one of the reasons also why I was watching Better Call Saul in between
Oh,
a little break. It's like,
yeah,
once I got to that emotional limit, then I'm like, "Okay, let's
yeah,
back away for a few minutes, or
yeah,
a few hours, and
right.
move on to
But I
something else."
guess it gave me an appreciation of the the slow burn, of week to week.
Mhm.
Other shows, when I've binged, I guess like Westworld, I enjoyed season 1 more when I binged it right before season 2 came out. I liked it. I liked season 1 the first time through, but I
Mhm.
did not love it.
Okay.
I loved it binging it right before
Okay.
season. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Um, and I
So given
hope.
what would I tell people now? I've been telling people to binge The Leftovers.
Right.
I guess I'm changing my mind. Watch it, but you don't have to binge it.
Yeah, because it's nice to let some of these things settle. In that way, it's kind of like The Handmaid's Tale. So,
Yeah, yeah, 1 a
because I
week
yeah, yeah, and
or 2 a week. 2 a week is fine,
1 or 2,
but, yeah,
or
don't do it all at once. Don't pull a Kelly and a Susan.
yeah. Well, I mean, 1 or 2 a night with these.
Yeah, but you can go more slowly. You
You
don't
could.
I mean, if you get into it, cool, but no pressure.
Mhm.
I'll
Except for Chris.
yeah, I'm gonna put pressure on you to watch it, but I'll stop putting pressure on you to watch it quickly.
Yeah, yeah, and
Of course, if you're
also.
listening to this, you've already
Right, and also, Pat, he shouldn't be listening this far into it either,
yeah,
because, yeah, he and Lisa have not seen it yet, and they need to, and one of the things I was doing, I was tweeting out just random non-spoilery lines,
yeah,
quotes from the show, and, and there were some people following with me. There was, on Twitter, Hamlet is dead was one of the people following me, and Holly, and Court.
cool.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
There are other leftovers, junkies, and fanatics.
That's right, right. It
Yeah,
was nice to yes, we weren't the only ones. So,
some of us can't let it go.
yeah.
It's the 10-year anniversary of Breaking Bad, and they're on the cover. Did you see that? A reunion, issue of Entertainment Week?
I saw that there was an article posted about it, but I haven't read it. Yeah. But
I
yeah,
know that's
I can't
tangent, but
believe
it's
it's 10
related.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's related because, we're not the only, like, junkies of something or fans of something.
Oh, yeah.
It's
There's
yeah,
just many more
of
junky
course.
fans of,
Breaking Bad and Lost. Yeah.
especially when I used to make the blue. So
Yeah, yeah, and Lost is relevant because, JJ no, sorry, Damon Lindelof,
oh,
and,
yeah, yeah.
Leftovers. Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
Lost, Leftovers, yeah. Yep.
Right.
So, it's okay to go back like this. And it's not like that's all we watch, it's just all we have.
Kelly, we've gotta go back.
Nice one. Oh, that was really good.
Mhm.
You literally made me laugh out loud.
Did. Myself too.
Yeah. They're the best when you make yourself laugh.
Yes.
My son, like, shakes his head when I laugh at my own jokes, and I said, "What is the purpose or what's the point of a joke if you don't make yourself laugh?"
Mhm.
I said, "I don't care if anyone" oh, I do, but I don't care if anyone else laughs. I do them to make myself laugh.
Mhm.
It's just a bonus if I make someone else laugh.
Exactly.
So, that was awesome. Gotta go back.
So, yeah, and there were lots of fun, uh, lines like that, especially a lot of Nora's. I found some of her one-liners a little more funny in the 3rd season.
Yeah, yeah. And others that made me teary and
Mhm.
or images, The Scapegoat made me really teary.
Yeah.
Look What I Found, You're Home, I'm Here.
Mhm.
Yeah. Those were the for anyone who doesn't recognize Nora had the last line of each season finale, and those were the lines. End of
Mhm.
season 1, "Look What I Found," referring to baby Lily. End of season 2, "You're Home," when Kevin, having been shot by John, walks back into the house and sees his entire family there, having just sung sad karaoke, Homeward Bound.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Aw, yes.
And, series finale, I'm here, and Kevin had just said to her, "You're here," after she told her story about going to the, other side
Mhm.
where the departed were.
Yeah.
We decided we believe her, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and I
because she
think
doesn't
that was one of the last things I tweeted was, "I believe you."
yeah, yeah, I do. She does not lie,
Right.
and I don't think she would start then.
Mm-mm.
And that was, one surprise of the show that, that we found out what happened. Now I know, it's probably up in the air for a lot of people. Was she lying? Was she not? Did we really find out? Because that last episode used the "Let the Mystery Be" song at the beginning of it.
Mhm.
In season 3, they used a different opening song at the beginning of each episode.
Right,
That's the only one that used "Let the Mystery Be,"
right.
and they did not let the mystery be. Lie.
Well, and then, of course, there was lots of debate about that because, like, she says she doesn't, but she has.
True,
So
that's true. She did lie about her broken arm.
mhm. But why would she do that?
Yeah. When else did she lie?
Um,
Hmm. I should have been paying attention to that throughout the rewatch.
yeah.
Do I have to rewatch?
Well, we're going to anyway.
Silly. Yeah. Huh.
And I really enjoyed of course, the music in this. It seemed like some of the music choices had changed. I don't know if licenses had run out or if I had just misremembered.
Hmm. Yeah, I did not notice anything, but it certainly is possible that license had run out, though that would suck. I
Mhm.
hate that. That would
Yeah,
piss me off because then the original art has changed,
right.
and it would make me wish that I had illegally, recorded it
Mhm.
somehow
Mhm.
so that I could watch the original again.
Right.
Huh. And you know how anti-piracy I am.
I know.
But
I
I would find that even though it's technically illegal, I would not have any ethical problem with that because I would never be sharing it with anyone. It would just be for my own viewing pleasure
Mhm.
because and I've already paid for it and I still subscribe to HBO and I have no
Mhm.
plans on ever unsubscribing from it.
Mhm.
They would have to
Mhm.
do something really, really terrible for me to unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Really terrible. I mean, I can't even imagine what. So,
Well, should we do this make this rewatch an annual event?
yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
Like at this time of year, the anniversary of them going off the air,
Well,
or
it
not going off
was
the air.
well, it was not only that, but there was like a lull in new programming,
True.
and so like, well, even though there's plenty of shows out there that we haven't watched that have been recommended to us.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this time a year from now, we should be in the midst of Game of Thrones, or
yeah,
hopefully at the end of it.
right.
That would be nice.
Mhm.
Could just be the beginning of it too. I'd rather be the end of it. Meaning I don't want to have to wait a full year from now. Oh, whatever.
We'll get it when we get it.
Yeah, I mean, we know that they're done filming because the
Yeah.
stars have already posted shit about the last day of shooting.
Mhm.
Anyway. All right.
Well, and I guess and even there were some questions that still came up, with this viewing, and I have to keep replaying that season 2 theme song and Let the Mystery Be.
Yeah. And I'm
So,
cool with that.
yeah. It's the one of the only shows that tells you, what you need. You're not gonna get the answers, and
Yeah.
just let the mystery be. Just enjoy the show.
Right up front. But then to be given that answer at the very, very, very end of the final episode of the whole series, it's as if they were um, rewarding the people who had stuck with it. Again, if you believe her story. But, the
Mhm.
people who stuck it out the whole time, it's like, here you go. You stuck it out. All these people who left,
Yeah.
they don't get anything. I mean, obviously, we could tell them, but not as good as actually enjoying the ride.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Yeah, I like this idea. The first annual Leftovers Revisited podcast.
There you go. Perfect.
Yep. Next year, yeah, we can go in looking for certain themes, take notes, and yeah. This one was for pleasure.
Right. It's just because we could.
Should we go with some homework assignments?
Right, right. So
Look
send
for
us
these things, yeah.
right, send us, questions and right, questions and themes and things to look for in our next rewatch. It's
Yeah,
geekgirlsoup@gmail.com,
yeah,
and we will look for those or find us on Twitter and Facebook and everything at Geek Girl Soup. So,
yeah. Give us homework.
yes, give us homework. What's and we have our homework for our next binge, right? Uh, besides, well, starting the Game of Thrones binge,
Yeah.
which isn't really a binge. It's, you know,
A slow rewatch.
a slow rewatch
Well,
until
we'll
till
see
next
how slow.
season. Right. Hopefully just like, a season at a time.
Yeah, we'll see how slow.
Mhm.
We shall see. All right.
So, until next time, everybody, geek on.